The breaking news out of Georgia, a judge in Fulton County just tossed out 6 of the 41 charges against Donald Trump and his co-defendants in the state's election racketeering case. This as we're standing by for a ruling on whether the DA spearheading the case will remain in charge or be thrown out because of ethics allegations. CNN's Nick Valencia is following all these developments. Nick.
Dana, this is a big win for the defendants in this case, including the former president. This 41-count indictment, 6 of these charges have now been thrown out. Those charges having to deal with the solicitation of a violation of an oath of office by a public official. The presiding judge in this case, Scott McAfee, saying that the DA's office failed to provide enough details about what the violation would be and the alleged crime would be that these defendants were allegedly soliciting. And this is what he's saying in part of his ruling. Quote, the court's concern is less that the state has failed to allege sufficient conduct of the defendants. In fact, it has alleged an abundance. However, the lack of detail concerning an essential legal element is, in the undersigned's opinion, fatal. We should point out, though, that Judge McAfee did leave the window open for a potential appeal and said that once those details are fixed by the district attorney's office, they can re-indict. But in the immediate, this is being celebrated by Trump's attorney here in this case, Steve Sadow, saying that this is an indication that the entire indictment should be dismissed. Now, we don't want to confuse our viewers here. We are still waiting for Judge McAfee's decision as to whether he's going to remove Fani Willis from prosecuting this case. He did mention in a recent interview with WSB Radio in Atlanta that he's going to have his decision by the end of this week. It's something that he reiterated to us in a chance encounter earlier. Our supervising producer, Jason Morris, ran into Scott McAfee outside the steps of the courthouse, where he did reiterate to CNN that he plans to have a decision on the timeline that he has given himself. Dana?
Okay, Nick, thanks so much for that reporting. Moments ago, we heard here in Washington from Congressman Jamie Raskin, the top Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, who says he's not concerned about the judge's partial dismissal, rather. Listen.
That, to me, is a reflection of the rule of law. I mean, without opining on the specific dismissal, I mean, I don't get upset when Trump's team wins a motion in civil or criminal court. That is the rule of law in the justice system.
I want to bring in former U.S. Attorney and CNN legal analyst Michael Moore. Thanks for joining me from Georgia. What's your reaction to the ruling?
Well, I'm glad to be with you. I'm not surprised to see it. I think that the use of a special demurrer, which is really just a challenge to the specificity of an indictment, is a normal defense motion that we expect to see filed. And so this simply is a chance for the court to look to see if the state provided an indictment that was perfect in form and substance. And while that sounds like an impossible task, there are some off-ramps that the state can take and some provisions that allow them to move forward. In this case, he simply said, look, you have laid out some allegations about soliciting public officials to violate their oath of office, but you haven't talked about their oath. You haven't talked about the specific violations and how that would impact their oath. And so I'm going to throw those counts out. The state does have the chance to come back and re-indict if they choose to. And he also, in a footnote, sort of gave a preview of what he's thinking, I think, about timing. And that is, he said, I wouldn't necessarily oppose that the case be immediately appealed to the issue because there's not precedent in this way. That's something that can certainly cause a delay. And I think he's expecting that. So it's a win for the defense team today. Cases like this often die the death of 1,000 cuts. And I'm not suggesting that this case is dead or that this indictment is going to be dismissed in total. But it's these little right. nicks, these little chops that take the tree down. And we see that at least 6 of the counts today, while the state has a chance to clean it up, those counts are gone as of right now.
One of those counts, Michael, was related to that infamous phone call on January 2nd, 2021, when then President Trump called the Secretary of State in Georgia, Brad Raffensperger. Let's listen.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
Just to be clear, there is another charge related to that call that is still standing. But what is your read of the dismissal of one of them? Does it suggest anything about whether that call is the smoking gun that people thought it was when we heard it back, I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago almost?
Yeah. Well, I think the case could have been brought on that one count alone, and that is this telephone call, and we'd be well down the road already through with the trial and moving forward. But the dismissal of this count simply talks about as it relates to the solicitation of the Secretary of State to commit a violation of his oath of office. Well, I think what the court is looking for is the state to say the Secretary of State's oath is X. It's spelled out in the Constitution. It's spelled out in the statute. One of those provisions is that you have to support and defend the Constitution, both of the United States and the state of Georgia. And clearly, the right of people to vote and to have those votes counted is something that would be under the oath and considered under the oath of the Secretary of State. So I feel like they can clean it up if they choose to. But again, this demur, and I don't want people to think this is the end of the case. It certainly is not. There are plenty of chances for the state to come back if they want to re-indict. But this demur is a tool that defense attorneys use when you have a complex indictment, you have compound charges under one count of the indictment, complex allegations and compound allegations. And so at least as it related to these, it tells us the judge read very carefully the indictment, considered very carefully the arguments that have looked at the specific wordings of the Georgia statute. And that's why we're here today.